Safe and liquid cash reserves are so important. Life happens. We go through a rough time, and without cash reserves, we have to go into debt to make it through. Or alternatively, we might have opportunities come our way, but without cash reserves, we have to turn them down or go into debt to take advantage of them. Yet with cash reserves, we have more flexibility to get through adversity and jump on a great opportunity. Personally, cash reserves have changed my life. I started building my cash reserves in earnest about 7 years ago, and they have been there for me time and time again. Today, I just want to share my story and where I have my funds so that they're safe, they're accessible, and have better growth than a savings account or money market fund. And I hope by me sharing this story, it helps inspire you to maybe have better, improved, safe, liquid cash reserves for yourself. Welcome to the Five Movement. I'm your host, Amanda Neely. This is the only movement that helps our generation create our unique, feminine, and entrepreneurial path to financial independence. Please be sure to subscribe and hit the bell for future videos. Now, when I first realized the importance of safe liquid cash reserves, I had about $5,000 in a savings account at a bank. This was my emergency fund. And anytime I had to tap into it, I felt super guilty because, if we had an emergency or even if I just had careless overspending than what I planned, I still felt super guilty. So, when I first heard about an alternative, I started over about 6 months. I shifted that $5,000 in a bank account into a correctly designed bank on yourself type whole life insurance policy. And at the time, I made this choice for two reasons. First, I thought I should probably be saving for the long term, but I didn't want to lock up my funds in case I wanted them in the meantime, right? Maybe a business opportunity since I was already a business owner, or to purchase a home, or maybe in case my business had a rough patch and I needed them to make it through. And then the other thing I was thinking about was that I was taking a big financial risk by starting and running a business. I couldn't put what little money I had at risk in the stock market. I couldn't put my eventual retirement funds in the stock market or my emergency fund or the money I wanted to buy a home with or anything, right? So Brandon, my husband, and I chose Bank on Yourself or infinite banking, as some call it, for those two reasons. And we have been super grateful for that choice time and time again. The cash reserves that sit within our Bank on Yourself policies, they've been there for us in multiple ways. I want to tell you some of those ways. About 2.5 years after we started, we used our cash reserves to pay off our student debt. We became better than debt free because the only money we owed was to ourselves, but also those funds were still growing for us as we paid them back. The whole amount that we took out to pay those student loans was still growing for us. And then a couple years later, after doing that, we decided to reward ourselves for all the hard work and determination that we'd been putting into our business by taking a big trip. And we used our safe and liquid cash reserves to do that without any guilt because we knew we could refill those funds on our own schedule and the funds we used would continue to grow in the meantime. And then just a couple weeks after buying the airline tickets and booking lodging for the trip, we went through a big emergency. Our business got flooded and we had to close. We were so thankful that we still had some cash reserves to pay our personal rent, to buy groceries, cover all the things, because otherwise we would have had to go groveling to a bank or go into credit card debt to make it through. And then I found out a few weeks later that we were expecting our first baby. Thank goodness the business had not gone into debt to help us cover even our personal expenses, right? We'd recovered from that flood pretty unscathed, and we were able to arrange for the sale of the business and the transition to this new financial business that we're in now. We couldn't have done that possibly if we hadn't have had those safe liquid cash reserves. And then just this year, we've used our cash reserve to buy our first home and to make improvements to that home. We were able to use our cash when we need it, how we need it, without anybody asking us because it's ours, right? And then It bailed us out, it helped us take advantage of opportunities and live life while we're on the journey toward financial independence. I hope you can see that this safe liquid cash reserve has been really important to us. It's given us the freedom to live life on our terms and not be beholden to a bank, a student loan company, a credit card company, or even our own guilt when we've chosen to use it strategically for our own benefit. Plus, as the funds grow, we're able to start exploring ways that we want to deploy it so that our cash reserves can help us make more money in other investments like this new business or what's not really new anymore, our current business or real estate or maybe even the stock market. One thing we know for sure is that this safe and liquid cash reserve is going to be with us our whole lives, pun intended. What's important to us about using Bank on Yourself instead of a savings account or money market account is that, yes, we're getting better growth, but there's three big reasons why it's more important to us. First of all, it's with a life insurance company, and the life insurance company that holds our policies are using the monies that we're giving them in ways we feel are better for the planet and all of us that live here. Secondly, there's additional protections in case we get a chronic or terminal illness or in case we die too young. And then third, I've also come to believe and have supporting facts that my money is safer with a life insurance company than with a bank or investment firm. Now, I can't tell you if Bank on Yourself or infinite banking are would benefit you at all, right? Uh, there's only really one way to find that out, and it's to work with a financial professional to explore that, get to know them. I happen to be one of those financial professionals now because of what using this product has meant for me. And I'd love to share more about that concept with you. In fact, you can reach out to me at our official like business site, grandmaswealthwisdom.com, to schedule a time to talk. But also in the next week for our videos, I'm going to be sharing more about the nuts and bolts of how these policies work. People always have lots of questions when they first hear about this idea and as they get to know it more. And so I'm going to do kind of a FAQs about Bank on Yourself or infinite banking, whatever you want to call it, and answer some of those questions to help you in that way. But you can also reach out to me with specific questions that you have, and I'll be happy to answer them and help you figure out if this concept would be of help to you without any like obligation to do anything beyond that. Just see if I can help. So check out the videos that are coming or the episodes that are coming. And I'm also going to put a playlist in the description of this episode so that you can see a little bit about the information that got me into this journey, the information that I heard about that said, yes, I need to check this out more. And then that'll kind of give you that foundational info that then we're going to build on. So once you decide, yeah, I do want to hear about this more, I can help answer some of what questions then come up from there. Okay, so check out that link in the description and be prepared for what's coming next by hitting that subscribe button so that you get notifications of future episodes. For now, thanks for joining me and connecting with the Fife movement. As you go about your day today, remember, wealth is coming your way. Your quest is to prepare for using it well. For more tips on how to prepare, please be sure to subscribe. And to connect with the community, visit fifemovement.com. My gift has helped you today. Please pay that gift forward by sharing this content with a friend. My gratitude in advance. Help out the algorithm to help this video be seen by more people. Please hit that like button. We invite your feedback in the comments too. Is there a question that you want us to answer in an upcoming video? Put it there, and then when we create that video, we'll put a link there so you can check it out. Thanks.